Hello friends, it's Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I'm here with a little bit of a reading wrap up. Let's jump right into it. You're getting fresh-faced me because I'm about to head out to like a family fun day out on the lawn, water games, relay races. I wasn't putting makeup on. So this is how you're going to get me because I wanted to talk about some of the books that I've been reading because I've been really enjoying them. I'm back on a thriller kick. Who would have known? Not me, but that's where we are. I've also read some really cool arcs that I wanted to talk about. I haven't been reading a ton this year because again, I've been like super focused on writing, on marketing book 1, on getting ready for the release for book 2. A lot of different things have been trying to come together for that. Mainly, I'm working with Main Point Books for signed personalized copies of A Prophecy in Ash with my local indie. I'll have links to that down below. I also have an exclusive coming out with Unplugged Book Box, so you can get book 2's exclusive cover. Not that one, the exclusive. But if you missed out on book 1's exclusive, you can also get books 1 and 2 together, or just book 2 if you already have book 1. And that just kind of like solidifying all of that took some time. Advertising all of that, letting people know about them, takes time. Being able to like offer book 2 at a lower cost, being able to offer signed personalized copies, being able to offer another exclusive, it's a lot. I'm trying to do outreach to like bookstores and libraries about author events because I did my first signing and it was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing. I'll put some pictures up, but it was the best time. It was the coolest bookstore. They do like cat adoptions out of the store, so there was like little kittens there and cats roaming around, and I couldn't have asked for a better experience. It was really, really cool. The bookseller there, the owner of the bookstore, and all of the booksellers had circulated my book. So my cousin lives up in that area, gave the book to the store owner. She read it, loved it, passed it around to everybody who was on staff. So when I walked in there, they already knew they loved my book, which was humbling and amazing and so, so awesome. And then so the big like first rush of everybody who came in to get signings done was there, and somebody asked me like, what's my book about? And I started to talk about it. And the bookstore owner said, do you like Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas? And they said, yeah, I love it. And she goes, it's better. And I was like, well, I didn't say that. That didn't come out of my mouth. I'm not going to say that, but if you want to say it, I'm going to let it happen. And if it ends up on my website as a quote, like booksellers say, it's better than Crescent City, roll with it. And they said, I will, because I stand by it. And so I sold one of my books to every single person who came to that signing that night, which was wild to me to have like a signing line. How? I don't know how. Coolest experience ever. And then they put the picture of my cover as a book spine up in their bathroom. Like, they have books around their store. Like, the outside of their store is book spines. Like, I will forever be up in their bookstore. It's the coolest thing. Anyway, I'm busy. I'm really busy. So I'm not reading a ton, but I am reading. So let's just go over some of the stuff that I've read. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. I read Michaela Smelter's Confidence of Wildflowers, Resurrection of Wildflowers. I didn't like them, but they're beautiful. And I did annotate them. And because I'd heard such buzz about them that I was like, I'm going to love them. I don't love them. But they're gorgeous. Like, I can't stand how pretty they are. So they've stayed, even though I don't love them, because they're so pretty. And I don't know how to justify that with myself because I don't usually keep things for that reason. But genuinely, they're so gorgeous that I don't know what to do. I read A Prayer for the Crown Shy, and this is by Becky Chambers. This is the second of the Monk and Robot? Yeah, Monk and Robot books. Love it. I love this series. I love it. I'm a fan. I'm here for it. I'm here for what it says about humanity and what we have to offer humanity and the way we connect with people. And I find joy in it. So it's a little tiny novella, but I love it. I love Becky Chambers. A couple arcs that I DNF'd. I DNF'd The Witch in the Well by Camilla Bruce, which bums me out because I loved You Let Me In by Camilla Bruce so much, and I thought this was going to have like the same vibe, but it didn't, and I couldn't get through it. I technically read all of, but was so upset about Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw. That's her new YA. 10 out of 10. Did not love it. That really bummed me out. a whole bunch because I wanted to. So a couple of other things that I read as ARCs. I read Wild as the Witch as an ARC. This is by Rachel Griffin. I did order the signed and personalized copy from her local indie because I like to support local indies. This book is just as beautiful as her Nature of Witches book. It's stunning. I then moved all of my tabs. I moved all of my tabs from my ARC reading into the finished book once I got it, and I love it. Oh, What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. I read as an ARC. That's her adult debut. So stinking good. She kind of goes along the lines of like an Alice Feeney, Catherine Ryan Howard, where she lets you kind of hypothesize what's happening along with the character, and so you don't ever feel like blindsided by anything. You get a couple things right, and then like there's still twists at the end. It's fantastic. 10 out of 10. Will be ordering. Doesn't come out until January, but I loved it. Kate Alice Marshall is quickly becoming an auto-buy author for me. I've loved all of her YA horror and her adult thriller. Just as phenomenal. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you have not read Kate Alice Marshall, to do so immediately. I love the way that she writes. Then I have some that I have physically. So I read Are You Sarah by S.C. Lally. This one is a thriller about two women named Sarah, and they get like drunk and high one night and it accidentally take the wrong lift. Like they both order a ride home and they get in the other one's car, and then one ends up dead at the other one's house. And they don't know whether or not it was actually like an intended attack upon the girl who died, or it was meant for the girl who lived, whose house it was. And they kind of uncover secrets from there. And it's thrilling. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to unhaul it. I'm going to let somebody else read it. But a big thank you to William Morrow for sending it to me, because I did enjoy it. I just didn't love it enough to keep on my thriller shelf. One I did love enough to keep on my thriller shelf is The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. This one came in an unplugged book box and I stinking loved it. It is, if you read Catherine Ryan Howard's The Nothing Man, it's like a book inside a book with letters as well. It's basically letters from a super fan of an author to that author as they let them beta read each chapter as they're finished it, about a story that involves a murder in a library. And then this superfan is like giving advice on the chapters and how they think the author should continue. And then the guy in the letters starts like knowing a little bit too much and it starts to get a little sus. Really, really loved this. I tabbed it, I annotated it. It was really cool. 10 out of 10 recommend. As you can see, I had thoughts and feelings. I also read an arc of Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. You guys know I adore Catherine Ryan Howard. This girl is a chunker, but it's also because this is told in like part script form. So this is, well, you can't see that, but it's like got script in it. So it's over 300 pages, but a lot of it is a script for a movie. A little over 380 pages. It's beefy, it's heavy, like it is solid. I read this as an ARC, and then the publisher sent me a finished copy. So I'm very, very grateful for that because I did really enjoy it. I'm going to move over all my annotations for this one. This one is really interesting because it is a manuscript for a movie being filmed in which the movie being filmed features, or the manuscript for the movie being filmed features. So it's like very Inception-y. 56 Days was her book right before this. It was a quarantine story. Did not enjoy that one as much. Still have it. Still own it. But this one was really, really good. And I did enjoy this. It has very like D-list murder mystery in the woods kind of vibes, but like in a really creepy way. And I liked it. I liked it. Also kind of like weird camp vibes. Then I read Alice Feeney's Daisy Darker. This I did not get as an ARC. I applied for it on NetGalley, did not get approved, but I did grab this from Book of the Month early. Did I tab and annotate the heck out of this? Yes. This was something that I read for the Summer Spookathon that Jessica Williamson hosted, and I never put my vlog up because my footage got corrupted and my sound was awful because I was using my phone. However, this is by far my favorite Alice Feeney. I love the way that Alice Feeney does thrillers. However, I've never looked at Alice Feeney and gone, man, her writing is really pretty. I read this book and went, God, her writing is really pretty. I tabbed and underlined and annotated so many lines, like so many things in this that I thought were just beautiful. And then also like creepy and thrilling. Did I suss out some of the stuff? Yeah, most of it, yeah. It has like that lullaby, kind of like rhymey, you know, 1-2, Freddy's coming for you kind of creepy lyrical stuff in this, because it follows a grandma who's like a child's book writer, so there's like these like weird lyrical, like ominous things showing up. And then I love, the writing was fantastic. It's an isolated, you know, kind of a story, so everybody's stuck in this house until the tide goes back out because they can't get out of the house. I think this is supposed to be like an Agatha Christie and Then There Were None kind of spin-off inspired story. I've never read that. I enjoyed everything about it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Now I'm just reading smut. Now I've read a lot of smut in between all of this, I'll have you know as well. But I did grab this giant hunker, the Mind F series by S.T. Abbey, by Stabby, you know. And this is books 1 through 5. It's big. It's real big. I'm currently still in book 1. I don't think I have very much further in book 1 though. Am I enjoying it? I'm not enjoying it. In general, it's kind of been working for me to just, like I said, have that kind of like mindless kind of reads. But I've also been getting into like deeper reads and really enjoying them. So I think I'm going to still continue on that trend. I have some books that I'm really excited to read. Actually, let me tell you what I'm like wanting to read next. The Drowned Woods, which is the Bone Houses author, and I've never read the Bone Houses. I own the Bone Houses and the Drowned Woods. I want to read both of them very badly. I want to read Blake Crouch's Upgrade, which I also got from Book of the Month, and I want to finish. I got Small Angels from there this last month, along with Daisy Darker, that I really want to read. I have some more thrillers. I have Flicker in the Dark, Girl in the Mirror, The Collective, Everything We Didn't Say. I also have some like fantasy on there that I would like to get to. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I would like to. I just did like a little unhaul of my shelves just to make myself feel a little bit better. Only got rid of like 8 or 9 books, but did I make a little bit of room? Yes. Is that a good thing because I'm still getting like exclusive editions of books in? Also, yes. That's kind of what I've read in physical form that I have in front of me that I can remember in ARC form. Let me just give it one more look-see on my NetGalley shelf here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, Bet on It. This was a contemporary romance, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was by Jodie Slaughter. This was an interracial relationship, a plus-size black woman and a white man. Maybe in the South? I think it might have been in the South. Either way, very sex positive, really great. They talked a lot about trauma, and some of that was a little bit strange for me. Like, it was a little heavier than I wanted it to be. I also read What You Gonna Do by Avery Flynn and DNF'd it. Did not enjoy that one as much. Astra Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. Loved Delilah Green. Could not get through that one. So that one's sitting. I'm reading. I'm also writing a lot. I have, let me show you. Shall I? I shall. I have, oh my goodness gracious. I have book 3 of the In Ash series right here. It's a big old honkin' 400 plus page. I think it's 470 pages in this. It will be smaller in print because this is double spaced with like huge margins so that I can write notes and everything. But like, I've got to go through this and edit this now because book 3 needs to come out next year. I also have, this is what I'm currently calling the Journal Project, which is a contemporary, I think I wrote this as a women's fiction. I'm going to switch it to romance, so I need to do some editing, so I like printed it out through Lulu. Both of these were printed through Lulu, so that I could work on them in like physical copies. But this book I'm tying to the one that I'm querying right now, which is a contemporary romance. I'm writing a contemporary romance that is tied to both of these stories, so that like I have an interconnected world with these romances that hopefully make it an appealing package for agents. But right now, because I would like something that's a little bit more gratifying than waiting years to publish a book, I am actually writing some pen name corn, some erotica. That's just like novella length, short, little enjoyable stories. And I'm only doing pen names for that, obviously, because I work with kids and I have to job hunt rather frequently because kids age out of needing my help. and I don't want to have corn with my name on it. Some people frown upon that. So I'm starting that. I'm hoping to have like 6 of the novella length ones ready to roll before I start like publishing them. I'm going to do KU, just throw them out there. I'll probably talk about them here. I'll probably talk about them on social media because I'm not like ashamed to say that it's me. However, it will be pen name. So I will keep you guys posted on that. I'm writing all the things. I'm reading a lot of things. Let me know in a comment down below what you're reading and what you've loved lately, because I would love to pick up another book that's like highly recommended. Do I want it to be a thriller or a horror? Yes. I have not found an adult horror author that I really love. Not like Kate Alice Marshall and the YA, or Dawn Kurtagich and YA. Like, YA horror does something for me that adult horror doesn't do. Prove me wrong. Give me adult horror, please. I will read it. I want to like it. But that's it for right now. I'm going to go put my shelves back together. I'm going to do a little bit of writing before I head out to Family Fun Day. And then I'll be back tonight. It's Sunday. I'm filming this on a Sunday afternoon. I got to come back for sprints and stuff. So that is my reading update for right now. Hopefully I will have more for you soon. More books that I really, really loved. That's all my updates. It's a lot of updates. A lot of my own book updates. A lot of my writing updates. A lot of my reading updates. Now you know. Did you want to know? I don't know. But now you do. That's it for this one. If you liked it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, friends.